customer wants this bridge off and these bridges on, and obviously they're individual. They also have like a little inset in there, so I practiced on some scrap and I finally got it. I made this. It's the exact thickness of that body. That will be in, this ferrule will be inset into the body so that there's enough room for the threads to thread into this, and then obviously I routed out underneath of the bridge there to make this sit flush on the body. So let's get to it. Okay, I got one in. That was just like my final test, and then I'll production the last three. I put tape on the body so I could mark out the lines where I wanted to route, so I could put this brass plate in, and the ferrules will go through the brass plate into the body and out the other side, so the individual saddles will screw into those ferrules. So today's was one of those days, just getting ready to button up this base and put together, when I realized that my drilling, I'd like this to sound conceited, but it's not. My drilling was so precise that it didn't leave any wiggle room for any irregularities in the machining of these bridges. See, they're all individual bridges. Well, there were slight irregularities which would send them to be off just slightly. So what I ended up having to do was enlarge the holes. But if I enlarge the holes, I think these were a 1/2 inch recess. So they were 1/2 inch recessed into the body, and there was no wiggle room for them to move even a fraction of an inch. So what I had to do was enlarge the holes, and then I routed out this and put a brass plate, and then put the ferrules in. So I think it's still a nice clean look. I also don't think this is at risk for chipping the finish as much as it was before with the individual ferrules. So that's what I had to do. Sometimes things don't go according to plan, but luckily I was able to recover, and I think this looks okay. Hey, this is Luke. This is Chesapeake Guitar and Amp Repair. I just got finished doing this bridge. It came with a badass style bridge and I routed out for each individual saddle. So each one of these had to be routed out underneath and then inset, and then on the back, put these ferrules in. I routed out for a brass plate, and now you can do through body or top loading the strings. The customer decided he wanted to do the top loading, really only because these strings that he provided weren't the proper scale length to go through the body. So in the future, you could do a through body, which is it's good if you like through body stringing. And put some black tuners on it, black strings. Don't really play bass, but I know one lick. That's all I know. Deuces.